Good morning, scholars. Welcome back to the channel. This morning we're looking at types of quadrilaterals. Now, quadrilaterals are polygons. If you don't know what a polygon is, just check the video that was done on that and bring yourself up to speed. So, a quadrilateral, we're looking at the root here, quad, which indicates 4. A quadrilateral is a 4-sided polygon, and there are several different types of quadrilateral. Just as we said a triangle is a 3-sided polygon, and we looked at the different types of triangles in a separate video. So I'm giving the quadrilaterals their turn now in the limelight. There are several different, and these are not the only ones, right? But these are the main ones at this level that we're going to be looking at. So if you notice, all of these polygons have 4 sides. But they are different. They are shaped different. Some of them have equal sides. Some have only 2 that are equal, the other 2 unequal. Some are parallel. So let's look at the differences between. So we're going to look at the square, the rectangle, the rhombus, the parallelogram, and the trapezium. And some of these actually overlap. They have things that are common, but they still stand out, so we give them a separate name just the same. Right? Some fall under parallelograms in that they have at least one pair of parallel sides. So that goes for the trapezium, that goes for the parallelogram, that goes for the rhombus. Parallelogram just means at least one pair of parallel sides. So pretty much several of these fit that category, but each one stands out in a different way. So we're going to look at the differences. So the square, a square has 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. So then all the 4 sides are congruent. When we say two things are congruent, that means they are exactly the same. Whether we're talking about lines that are congruent, angles that are congruent, shapes that are congruent, they are exactly the same. Same magnitude, same size. Same, well, the orientation doesn't have to be the same, but the size of the thing, the shape of the thing. So in the square, all 4 sides are equal. So if that's 25 meters, this is 25 meters, that's 25 meters, that's 25 meters. That must be satisfied in order for us to say this is a square. All 4 sides equal. So the square has 4 right angles. Therefore, all the sides meet at where the 4 sides meet, those are perpendicular lines. Right, so these 2 lines are perpendicular. These 2 here meet at a perpendicular, perpendicular, perpendicular. Where 2 lines are perpendicular, they create a right angle, a 90-degree angle. So in the square, we have 4 90-degree angles. And this says a square is a special kind of rectangle. So we know from the time we were introduced to shapes, we were told this is a square, this is a rectangle. However, now we're realizing the square is just a special kind of rectangle, because what does a polygon need in order for it to be a rectangle, right? Opposite sides must be equal and parallel. Opposite sides are equal and parallel. That's a rectangle. So the rectangle also has 4 right angles. These 2 sides are equal and parallel to each other. These 2 sides are equal and parallel to each other. That's a rectangle. So we see why the square is a rectangle. It's just that in the square, all the sides are equal. So yes, these 2 are equal and parallel. These 2 are equal and parallel. They're all equal and parallel in the square. So it is a type of rectangle. It qualifies. a rhombus, so the rhombus is similar to the square in that it has 4 equal sides. However, the rhombus, the lines, the sides of the rhombus do not meet at right angles like they do in the square. So you will see the sides of this rhombus, at least 2 of them, are oblique. They are slanted. They are still parallel to each other. So these 2 are parallel, and that's why we have the arrows here indicating that these 2 are parallel to each other. They never meet. They always maintain the same distance between them. So they are parallel. And these 2 are parallel to each other as well. So the main difference between the rhombus and the square is that the rhombus has 2 oblique sides, 2 sides that are slanted. They are not perpendicular as they are in the square. Similarly, the parallelogram is very similar to the rectangle. It has 2 sides that are longer than the other 2, equal to each other but longer than the other 2. So these shorter sides are equal to each other and parallel to each other, but the sides are oblique. They are slant. They are not perpendicular as they are in the rectangle. So the parallelogram has opposite sides that are equal and parallel. The adjacent sides are not equal. So actually, could we say that the rectangle is a kind of parallelogram, but the parallelogram is not a rectangle? Right? So remember, they both have parallel sides that are opposite and equal to each other. The difference though, in the parallelogram, these 2 are oblique. They are not perpendicular like the rectangle. The trapezium has 2 sides that are parallel and 2 sides that are not parallel to each other. So we could also draw the trapezium. There are several ways we could draw it. This is not the only way, right? So we could have it looking like that. That's a trapezium. So these 2 would be parallel and these 2 are not parallel. Right? So this is the most common form of the trapezium that you tend to see, but this is also a trapezium. Once it has 1 pair of parallel sides, so it's a quadrilateral with 1 pair. Remember, a pair means 2. So 2 sides that are parallel to each other and 2 sides that are not parallel. So this would be the height of the trapezium, and the distance is the same. Even here, even though this oblique comes here, these 2 lines never meet. They will never meet each other. They are parallel to each other. Right? We could have also included the kite. Right? So the kite would look something like that. Some people call it the diamond. So you have 2 sides that are equal here, and then these 2 are equal to each other. The 2 longer sides are equal to each other. So like I said, these are not the only kinds, right? And in the square, all the sides are equal. In the rhombus, all the sides are equal. So that would be a regular polygon. These 2 are regular polygons. Right? Remember when we did the video on polygons, we said you can have regular polygons and irregular polygons. So in the regular polygon, all the sides are equal. So in the square, all the sides are equal. In the rhombus, all the sides are equal. So they are regular. The others, even though the parallelogram and the rectangle have pairs of equal sides, but they are not all equal. So they are still irregular, just like the trapezium the kite and the other kinds of quadrilaterals, right? So that's it for quadrilaterals, four-sided polygons. Quad means four. So always use your prefix, especially when you're doing math. We have a lot of prefixes that will help you. The names of things. Usually those prefixes will help you. You'll go a long way in remembering and understanding what the term is. What are we talking about? Just check those prefixes. So if you have been helped by this video, please drop a line to say thank you, miss, and please share the video so other students can benefit from the information. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and let me know also if you would like me to do videos on particular topics. I'd be happy to do that, and I'll see you in the next video.